Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to the channel. Alright, now here's a video that my good friend Paul, thank you for the video. Paul's been keeping an eye apparently on Sean Paul Reyes, aka Long Island Audit. And I think most of you guys, if you've been keeping track of him ever since he lost his trial, okay, and we all know the consequences was bullshit. $90 fine for the shit that he did. In my opinion, he should have got some time for what he did. Yes, time in jail, okay? This way it gives him some time to think twice about doing the crap that he's doing. But with a $90 fine, come on now, with the amount of money that he's making from his subscribers, that's nothing, okay? So again, I say I've been keeping track of Sean as well, and I do notice that ever since that being found guilty by the judge, he is now pushing the envelope. If you've been keeping track on his videos, then you notice that he has gotten bolder. He has gotten way out of control. He feels invincible. He truly feels invincible. He's growing in subscribers. He's up to 414,000. Think about it, guys. When you feel that you got a shitload of people, which he does, okay, and you got certain amount of money coming in, and he has a lot coming in, you feel invincible. You feel like you can do just about anything you want to do because you got people backing you up. Okay, fines, legal fees. All he has to do is e-beg, and these dumbass subscribers who believe in his bullshit, they throw money left and right. So again, I say, he just has it in his head that he is invincible, and you will notice this in this video. Okay, let's jump right into the video, and it'll better explain what I'm saying.
Alright guys, so let's take a look around the publicly accessible areas here. As always, we want to be on the lookout for restricted area signs. Our intent is not to trespass into any restricted areas. Just peacefully exercise our rights in the publicly accessible areas. There goes our...
Alright, so let me pause the video here so I could tell you that, first of all, he's at the courthouse to pay off his $90 fine for being found guilty. And as we all know, he wants to play the parking lot deal so he can make back that money and, get a little confrontation going, which he will get that confrontation. Now, did you notice how the video cut from where he was telling his subscribers that before we walk into the parking lot, we're scanning for signs to see if it says restrictions, any type of restrictions, and all of a sudden it jumped from that section immediately to where we're at right now. And as we all know, Sean likes to edit his videos so that he can look like the victim. And that's exactly what happened, because further down in the video, he gets into a confrontation with court officers, which mention there are signs posted there. Employee parking, okay? It's an employee parking lot, as well as the area where he's at this very moment is where they bring the prisoners into the courthouse. So you think about it, that area is not open to the public. But again, I say, the signage bullshit, okay? That becomes, again, I say further down in the video, that becomes a big part of the argument. And I found it strange that he didn't want to show that signage to his subscribers, because again, he wants to look like the victim. He wants to look as if the court officers are just screwing with him just for the hell of it. And come on now, to a certain point, even if there were no signs, the court officers are telling him from the get-go, you're in an employee parking area as well as where we bring our prisoners in. That alone should be enough to tell you you're not where you're supposed to be at, and go, be out, get out. But again, he likes to play the head games. Let's get back to the video.
Friendly reminder that they're always recording and watching us, the people. The government is always watching us, ladies and gentlemen. What is the problem when we take out our cameras and Watch them back. Where's the transparency? Where's the accountability? All right, nothing much over here. Doesn't seem to be anything else.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
How you doing today, sir?
Hi. You with judicial?
I'm sorry?
Are you with judicial?
Am I with who?
A judicial employee?
A judicial employee? No, I'm not. Are you?
Yes.
What's your name, sir?
Giovanni Liriano?
Giovanni?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, sir. My name is Sean.
Okay, Sean.
You know, I'm not with the judicial branch. No.
Okay. So this is a private area.
This is a private area here?
Yeah.
What makes it private?
This is a lockup. This is where they bring the prisoners in. So,
Is it locked? It's not locked up or anything.
well,
There's no sign saying that it's restricted or
it is
a sick-
restricted. If you look at the front entrance, for employees only.
employees only wear here?
Yes.
I didn't see any signs that said employees only, sir.
Where did you come in? Which way did you come in?
Oh, that doesn't matter. But either way, I didn't see any employees only signs anywhere I came in. That's for sure. I was on the lookout for them too. Didn't want to go into any restricted areas, so I wanted to make sure that there was.
This is a restricted area.
This right here is a restricted area.
Yes.
How is it restricted?
It's employees only. Are you a judicial employee?
No, I'm not a judicial employee. I told you my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just working on a story. No, I'm not a judicial employee, sir.
All right. So, as it is right now, I had to call one of the marshals.
Oh, you can call whoever you need to call, so that's fine. Hey, did you talk to who need to talk to, sir?
Yeah, the chief is going to be coming out.
Oh, the chief marshal's coming out for this branch here, for the district?
Well, for this courthouse.
For this courthouse, yeah, for this judicial district. The GA3. Yeah, sure. That's not a problem with me. I don't mind. Hey, how you guys doing today?
You cannot be back here. It's a secure area.
What about it as a secure? Can I get your names and badge numbers, please?
24-1.
We can't start with your names.
Come to the Sally Port, please. This is for staff only. That's the problem.
Yeah. Can I get your names and badge numbers, please?
No, it's not actually. No.
I can't get
information.
I can't get your name and badge number. Why?
I'm not giving you any information. You're going to talk to my boss.
Francisco. And your name, sir? Can I get your name? Mitchell? Nice to meet you, Mitchell.
10-4.
Yeah, what about this area is restricted? It doesn't say any. I was on the lookout for any restricted area signs or anything. I'm just trying to you came out to have a conversation with me, sir. I'm just trying to have a conversation back.
Not listening, so.
I'm not listening. I'm trying to ask you a I'm trying to have a conversation with you, sir. That's all.
Okay.
You're telling me it's restricted,
I'm
but
telling you that you're going to talk to my boss. And you can have
Who's
a
your boss?
conversation with him. You'll find out in 2 seconds.
okay, no problem. There's no need to be hostile in any way.
Well, I'm not being hostile.
I mean, you are. You're a public servant. You're embarrassing.
Not being hostile at all.
Yes, you are, sir.
You
You're
can
embarrassing
say what you want.
you're embarrassing the marshal service by not identifying. What's the problem with identifying to a member of the public?
Yep.
I mean, I don't see what's the big deal there. Just cordial and polite as a public servant to say, "Hi, my name is Francisco.
Yep. I got you.
Nice to meet you, sir. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great.
That's good.
Beautiful day.
It is. It's nice and warm out here
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
compared to yesterday.
It's a beautiful day."
Need to get out of this area.
Who is this? Is this your boss?
Yep.
Who is he? He doesn't look like the chief marshal.
Ask him.
Okay. Maybe he'll identify himself to me, unlike you, right?
My name tag's right here. You just
I know, but
You're in a restricted area. You need to leave.
be careful, sir. You might fall down the hill. What about this area? What about this area is restricted? So there's no restricted area signs or anything of that nature.
Restricted area signs up top.
No, there's
There are
not.
Restricted areas at the gate.
No, there isn't. There is no restricted area sign, sir. There isn't.
I know you're trying to make money off this on YouTube, so
No, not at
follow
all.
our orders and leave. No,
But they're not lawful orders because you don't have.
this
There's
is a restricted area.
you
You're
can't
not
just
allowed
make
to
it
be
restricted.
here.
It's not restricted. I came here
It is
through an
a
open
restricted
public
area.
sidewalk, sir. Can I get your name and
This is not
can
a
I get your name
public
and title,
sidewalk.
please?
This is a private parking lot.
It's not a private parking lot, sir. It's funded by the government. How could it be private?
It's private because
Can I
it's
get
not
your name
open
and
to the public.
Can I get your name and title, please, sir?
You have my name
What's your name? I don't know what your name is. You
Let's
keep
go.
walking away from me.
because you're not listening. Let's go.
Sir, I'm just asking for your name and
I'm
title.
telling you, you're in a restricted area.
I am not. You cannot just make a restricted area.
It is a restricted
You cannot make a
area.
publicly accessible area restricted
It's
just
not
because
a
it's
publicly
me.
accessible
It
area.
is.
Are there gates at the entrance that block people?
There's a
from coming
public sidewalk that lets you come right into this area, sir. From the public parking lot. This is also a public parking lot,
This
sir.
is not a public parking lot. This is a private parking
I
lot.
would just like to know who
need
you are.
Leave the area.
What is the issue here, sir?
The issue is that you're just trying to scam people out of money on YouTube. Because
I'm trying to
it's a great
scam
way to make
people.
money. They give you money, and you just keep doing things to aggravate people.
I'm not trying to aggravate you, sir. I'm trying to have a polite
No,
conversation
you're
with you.
trying to aggravate everybody.
I'm not.
You're
I'm
trying
really
to get
not.
stuff-
You're the
try
one
to
that's
do
trying to
things
kick me out of
cause
a
problems, to
public
create
area,
trouble,
sir.
so you get
I don't want to cause any trouble. That's your
restricted
narrative.
area. You've been told
That's
to
your
leave.
narrative. I'm not trying to cause any trouble.
This is my workplace, bro.
Okay, so this
See that
is
van right there?
I am a
That's for
taxpayer,
inmates.
okay?
That's for inmates. It's a
You're
secure
not a
area.
taxpayer in the state of Connecticut.
Oh,
You
for
pay
sure
no
I am.
taxes to the state of Connecticut.
For sure, I paid taxes to the state of Connecticut before. Of course I did. I've been out here for a long time. You don't think I paid sales tax, gas taxes?
You need to leave this restricted area.
Sir, I just want to. Can you show me where it's a restricted area?
You've been told several times that you.
I
need
just
leave
want
this
to
area.
know what's the restricted
You
area.
have been told.
It's
several
not a
times.
restricted. Are you just restricting it because it's me?
No, it's restricted to everybody.
Yeah, just call the state police. Yeah,
Yeah, don't
sure,
worry.
sure.
Yeah.
470, courtroom 2, lunch recess.
How is this a restricted area if there's no restricted area signs?
Area because you are not an employee. It's
Look,
for
there's
employee
a
parking
there's a
only.
there's a sidewalk over there. Be reasonable,
I
sir. Look,
understand
there's a
there's a sidewalk
sidewalk
over
to
there.
come right here.
Nobody is bothering you because you came down here. What we're telling you is that you're in a restricted area and you need to leave, and you're not following those orders.
But you can't just make it restricted just because it's
I
me.
can make anything restricted I want here because this is a restricted area. This is a staff parking lot that you are not.
I'm not
supposed to be in.
parking. I'm not
I
parking.
didn't tell you you're not parking. You are not supposed to be in this area. You are refusing to leave the area.
Sir, I'm not breaking any laws. I know that. I'm not breaking any
You are
laws.
trespassing at this point.
I'm not.
told
I am
to
I am
leave,
engaging
you
in a
are
constitutionally protected activity. I'm gathering
You're
content
not
from my
doing
story.
anything with the Constitution.
Yes, I
That's a
am.
load of crap.
No, yeah, that's what
It
you
has
think.
nothing to do
That's
with
what
the
you think.
Constitution. It has something to do with you making money on
Okay.
YouTube. Don't stop kidding.
What's your Lieutenant Mator?
Yep.
Lieutenant Mator. You're very professional, Lieutenant, and I say that with all sarcasm in the world. Hey,
This is a restricted
yeah, call
area.
the
You
state
need to
police.
leave.
Go ahead. Is the chief available?
He's right here. He's coming right now.
Hey, Chief, how are you? How you doing, Chief?
Good.
So I'm just taking a walk. I came through a publicly accessible sidewalk over here. There's no signs that deems this restricted in any
Fine.
way.
You're being informed right now that this is an employee lot. If you made an error and didn't know that, that's fine. You're welcome to go up to the public area and film all you want, but you cannot film the employee area.
But what about this area is restricted? How
Sir,
are you
I'm
restricting it? Just
informing you
you're restricting
right
it just
now.
because it's me. That's
No, this is an employee lot.
But I'm not
making
parking,
it clear
sir.
To you right now, you can't be in the employee lot.
But there's no
for employees
signs.
only.
You're restricting it just because
I'm
of me.
informing you right now.
You're
So
tailoring a policy
Sir.
just to violate my rights
No,
as
I'm
me
not
and
violating
specifically.
any rights.
You know who I
I'm
am.
telling
You
you.
said Mr. Reyes.
I do know
right?
who you are,
Okay,
yes.
so you're making this policy just specifically
No,
because I am
anybody
here.
That comes in our lot, sir. It's
Then
not
why wouldn't you put up
specifically
signs?
tailored
Yes,
to you.
it is specifically tailored to me because you're
not
specifically telling me that I
Sir,
can't use a public
You're
sidewalk.
welcome to go up there. and
That I can't
record
use a
all you
public
want.
sidewalk, sir. All I'm doing is going
There's
using
no
a.
public
There's a
sidewalk
public
back here.
sidewalk. Yes,
There's no
that's how I
public
got here. Yeah,
Go
that's
up
how
to
I
the
got
page.
here.
Yes, so go up to the.
But there's no signs that say "Do warning, do not enter into any restricted areas" or anything. There's I was
informing you
on.
right now. I'm informing you.
But
right
how
now.
do you have the
I'm
authority to make this a
informing
restricted area?
You right. I don't make it the restricted area. I'm enforcing it. Sir,
But who
I
made
need
it
you
an
to-
restricted area,
I
sir?
need you to go up to the lot.
I just want to
need
know
you
who
go
made
up
it a
to the top
restricted
lot.
area. I need to know whose authority is behind
I'm
making
the
this.
authority asking you to go up to the public.
But you
lot.
don't. You don't
That's
have
what I'm
authority. It's public. This public property, sir.
asking. I have a duty to enforce.
And enforce what,
Mr.
sir?
Reyes,
There's no
Mr.
signs.
Reyes.
There's no statute that
Mr.
makes
Reyes,
this
are
makes
you
this
refusing
restricted.
To leave the lot.
Sir, there's
I'm
no
making
signs.
it very clear. I'm making it very clear to you that you cannot be in the employee lot. You are welcome to go 30 feet up there and record from up there all you want. Right where that is. That lot right there is publicly accessible today because there is no jury here. You are welcome to film up there. You cannot film in the employee lot.
But there's no
It's
restricted areas.
It's restricted. It's restricted to employees only.
But what authority
Sir,
do you have?
I'm asking you, are you refusing to go up there? Are you refusing to leave the employee lot? Because if you're refusing to leave, you're going to be trespassing back here in...
But I don't know if you have the authority to trespass me
I'm
from public.
informing you very
But just
clearly.
you're saying you have the authority.
I'm informing you.
Are you a
what-
law enforcement
what's
officer?
gonna happen. Sir, I need you to go film up there.
Can I ask you one question?
Sir,
Are you a law
I
enforcement
need-
officer?
Talk to me up here. We'll go.
Sure, we'll
I'll
take a
talk
walk.
to you
We'll
all you
talk. We'll
want
take a
to.
walk. Are you a law? We'll take a walk. Come on. Let's walk and talk. Are you a law enforcement officer, sir?
Up there, please.
I'm asking you a simple question. I need to know.
I told
need
you
to
I'd
know
be happy
who you
to talk
are.
to you where you can film. You know who I am. You just use my name.
You're the chief of
Mr. Reyes.
You're the chief of the marshals here, but I don't know what type of.
I'm going to escort you up to the top.
Just don't touch me, okay?
Well, I'm
Don't
asking
touch
you
me.
to go.
I need to know who you are. You need to relax. You've been escalating the situation from the beginning, and you need to relax. Okay?
Yeah.
There's no need for that. I'm walking, but don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Well, I need you to go then.
I'm walking.
I need you to go then.
But you don't. You're not even a law enforcement officer, are you?
Thank you. I'm happy to have a conversation with you up there.
But I need to know what authority you have.
All your questions up there, sir.
I need to know what authority you have, though.
All your questions up there. I'll be happy to answer them as long as you're listening to what I'm asking you to do.
Well, we're taking a walk. Yeah.
Right.
The same walk I took to get in here.
Go up to the Go back to the right to the lot that you excuse me. The walkway that you referred to.
But you're making this restricted just because I'm here.
No, I'm making it strict because it's
It's
an employee area.
Your policies have to be narrowly tailored.
Always.
Did you not?
All right, so I've brought this up in many of my videos where frauditors like to throw this out about things have to be specifically written for them to respect it. Such as in this parking lot here, it says employee parking only, okay? And again, we all know frauditors, they like to play that bullshit that they're not a vehicle, so it doesn't say anything about the people, they can walk into that area. So again, I say, they like to play that bullshit about things have to be specifically written for them to respect it. So now if you use frauditor logic, if we were to use frauditor logic, because common sense doesn't kick in with these knuckleheads, okay, then where in the Constitution does it say that people have the right to record people in public locations? Or record, period. Where in the Constitution does it state that? We've heard many frauditors throw it out there that the Supreme Court has ruled that it's legal for people to record government employees while on duty. Now, let me tell you this, okay? I got paperwork here that I've gotten through various people that have emailed me. There is no such Supreme Court ruling. All that it says is that there have been cases where people have brought it up that they were recording government officials or whatever, and pretty much the judge didn't find them guilty. So they use that as a way, well, shit, if the judge didn't find this person for recording an individual, they feel that, shit, that's a law then. It's a law that we have the right to record. Doesn't mean shit of a law. It just means that particular judge didn't find that person guilty for recording an officer while he was working. Okay? Now, again, that whole court ruling deal is bullshit because it's not specifically stating that we, the people, have the right to record government officials while on duty. Okay? So, again, I say, if you use frauditor logic, where in the freedom of the press does it state that a person, we the people, and I'm not trying to put us down, but where does it say that we are journalists? Okay? They're using common sense when it works to their advantage. Anybody with a cell phone, anybody with a certain amount of people that are paying attention to that person or whatsoever, subscriber-wise, I'm saying, okay? Where does it state that freedom of press states that we are journalists? So I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, but again, the same way they want to be I don't know, things have to be specifically written down for them to respect it, then, I mean, we could turn around and say the same shit. Things have to be specifically written down. You want to be considered a journalist? Somehow get the Constitution amended where it says freedom of the press means that we the people are journalists if we have a cell phone with a camera and you got a certain amount of people and you disseminate news or whatever, okay? Have that amended if you want to be respected for a journalist or whatever. I think you guys get what I'm trying to get at, but let's get back to the video.
Watch the court video.
It's always
the
been
judge
a
explains
restricted
this.
area.
It's not a restricted area.
It's always been.
But by what standard?
It's always, sir,
by what
sir,
standard?
You're not moving, then
by
you're
what
not
standard?
compliant.
By what standard?
Sir, come on.
By what policy?
on,
Can you
come
show
on.
me the policy?
Sir,
I'm moving.
come
Don't touch
You're
me.
not moving.
I am moving. Don't
You're
touch
not
me.
moving.
I'm moving.
You're in a restricted area. Please, Mr.
I'm not,
Reyes.
and am I not moving?
Yes, but
Okay.
you're doing it intentionally in a way to.
You're doing this intentionally.
I am. I'm
You're-
asking you to leave the lot.
I'm walking.
Okay.
I need to know what your authority is to make me leave. I think we should call the state police and see if they have the authority here, not you, right?
Okay.
I mean, it's just true. They're law enforcement.
Okay.
You're here to protect the judges and the people inside. I'm not a threat to anyone. You know that.
Okay.
You do know that. You got a bad attitude.
Yeah.
Real bad one.
You know what your opinion means?
Real
to me?
bad one.
That's what your opinion means.
Yeah.
Do what you're told and exit
Yeah,
the
I know.
area.
Because what are you going to do if I don't? What are you going to do? You specifically, what are you going to do?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Let's see 14.
Liability. That's what you call liability. Cost the taxpayer a bunch of money. Look, do you want to see the sidewalk here?
I know the sidewalk.
So
I'm
that's
very
how I got
familiar with the
here.
grounds. So I'm
So-
asking you
so
to
what-
go
what
back
about
onto
this?
the publicly accessible sidewalk.
what
as
about
you
this?
said it was.
Okay, but what
and
about?
you can film in the publicly accessible
But
area.
what about? Do you have law enforcement authority?
Yes, I do, sir.
You have law enforcement authority.
I can make an arrest right now if I need to. Yes.
I don't know if that's true.
I thought you were well versed on Connecticut general statutes.
I am, but I think you're. I don't know if you're outside. You're allowed to.
Okay.
I don't know if outside you're allowed to.
Okay.
Let's call the state police. I need to see. I need to speak to the
I
state
don't need
police.
to call the state police.
You do. They're law enforcement.
Why do
You're
I need to
violating
call-
my constitutional
why do I need
rights.
to call the state police?
Because you're violating my constitutional
So-
rights.
so you
I
have-
need to tell you. So wait, this has to be clear. Then you could go do whatever you got to do. If I go onto this parking lot, are you going to arrest me?
I'll ask you again one more time, and if you
Am I?
if
I
you
need to know. No. Please,
consistently-
just
Well,
tell me.
I don't want to go into semantics here.
No,
I
not
want you to
semantics.
just-
It's
so-
yes
so
or no.
You are clear.
Am I going on? If I go on the parking lot, are you going to arrest
You
me?
are clear right now of the rules that I'm asking you, right? You are very.
I need to
clear.
know.
You are very clear.
What's
what
so
you-
hard? If you're going to arrest
you
me, you're
are
going to arrest
very
me.
Clear.
You said you have arrest powers.
You are very clear of what is being asked of you.
I
Correct?
understand,
You're
sir.
Very clear.
Yeah. So I'm
if you were to
asking
do
you.
things that I'm not asking you to do.
But I don't know what authority you have as a law. I don't know if you're a law enforcement officer or not. I don't know who you
I
are.
just told you.
What authority do
I
you
am
have
a
to
peace
remove me from
officer
public?
by the state of Connecticut.
Yeah, you're a peace
Appointed.
officer.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
So
if you
I'm
look up
asking
the
you as a
Connecticut
peace
general
officer.
statute, I have the ability
Okay.
to arrest and detain you.
So I'm asking you,
I
number
have
one, am
told
I
you.
detained?
No, right now you are not.
Number two, if I go back onto this public property, are you going to arrest me?
We're not dealing in what ifs, Mr. Reyes.
Okay. I need to know for the lawsuit. I need to know.
Mr. Reyes,
I have to hold you
informed
accountable.
You can hold me accountable.
So
from the
so
publicly
guess what? So
accessible
I don't know if you're
areas
gonna.
all
So
you
you're
want.
saying that you're not going to arrest me then, because you're saying you're not. You're
I
saying you're
didn't
not going
say
to
I
arrest me.
wasn't going to arrest you.
I need to know.
If I am telling you not to go on this property because
Is
you're
that a
not
lawful
allowed-
order?
This is an employee lot.
Okay,
It's
let
a
me try this
restricted
another way,
area.
sir.
I want to really explain this to
Yeah,
you.
It's not a restricted
so that
area.
you
Look,
understand
look,
this.
so everybody could see there is no restricted
It's
area
not
signs here.
restricted by a
This
gate
is
or
publicly
anything.
accessible
It is
area.
An employee parking area.
But what does
you're
that
not
mean?
allowed
I'm not
in.
parking.
Right. So the
It doesn't
area
say
in
I'm not
general,
allowed to. You're
regardless of whether
tailoring
you're
this.
Parking.
Can you call the
has
state police?
nothing to
Because
do.
you I don't know.
Mr. Reyes, if you feel you need to call the state police, you are more than welcome.
No, because you're not. You need to understand that you can't just make policies that are tailored
I'm
towards
not
me.
making any policies.
You are.
No.
Then what's the policy that this is not
I'm
open to the
enforcing
public?
this. It's an employee parking area. That is a public parking area for today's purposes only.
You saw what happened in the courtroom. Guess what? I'll do it all over again. I don't care.
Mr. Reyes,
You know what?
All right, so I think we could all agree that Sean's head has really blown up. Okay, he's really gotten a swollen head lately now. Okay, he's way out of control. Think about what he just told the court officer. Go ahead, lock me up. I'll do this shit all over again. And he'll say it again further down in the video. I beat every damn charge that I've gotten. This man has really got it in his head that he is invincible. Truly, he feels invincible. And I blame the DA, the judges, anybody who was involved in his last case. I blame them. Okay, because $90 for the shit that he did, a $90 fine. Think about the amount of money that he makes off the videos, which is a lot, and the amount of money that he gets in donations, which is a lot. $90? Come on. Oh my God, that's chump change. That's a hell of an investment to make a shitload of money. Okay? I would do it all the time. But think about this now. This man is going to continue to push the envelope knowing, come on, $90 fine? I continue to do this shit knowing that I can make a shitload of money and my consequences if I'm found guilty is $90. I'm telling you, he needs to get some charges that'll put him away for a year or two, and this way it'll make him think twice about doing this shit all over again. But let's get back to the video.
Told you I'd have a
Are you going to arrest me or
conversation
not?
with
Are you going to arrest me or not? Because I'm going to go about my constitutionally protected business, because I don't want to go through this again. If you arrest me, it is what it is. So are you going to arrest me or not?
I don't want to arrest you now.
Okay. Are you going to arrest? I'll beat it just like I beat everything else. So just, I know my rights. I know my rights. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not breaking the law. This is not a restricted area. What policy, whose authority are you trespassing me from this open to the public property? I have a right, a constitutional right.
It's a restricted area.
It's not, though. You cannot just make it restricted just because Mr. Reyes is here.
I don't make it restricted.
Yes,
You're not
you do.
the only person that we remove from this lot. On quite
I don't
a
know
regular
that.
basis. I know you don't. You don't need to.
I don't know that.
No. Look,
I need to know if you. I need to know if you're going to arrest me. There has to be a specific
I'm
thing.
not dealing in what ifs with you, Mr. Reyes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go about my business then, and then
Don't.
I have no warnings from you that I'm trespassing.
I have told you multiple times not to return onto the employee lot. I've told you that, regardless of whether you have.
Well,
I
think you're wrong.
Regardless of whether you have a camera, I said you were welcome to film here. I told you I'd give you an explanation here.
Yeah, but I think you're wrong though. I think you're wrong because I have a constitutional right. This is publicly accessible. I have a right to film. I'm not bothering anybody. There's no security threat here. You know who I am.
Again, Mr. Reyes, in the public area, you are more than welcome to record outside.
This is the publicly accessible area.
Absolutely.
What is so restricted about this area here? And your marshals, let me talk to you about them too. This lieutenant and this marshal over here, completely unacceptable behavior. They're judging me off the bat because I went to trial here. They're judging my intentions. They're being very rude and condescending towards me from the get-go.
All right, so let me just pause the video here because I found it very funny that he has the audacity to state that people are being disrespectful to him. Now, we all hear his goddamn, if you've watched the beginning, I cut that shit out. I'm tired of hearing it. We're going into this location to see if they respect our rights. This man, as well as other frauditors, demand respect, but as we all know, they don't give respect, okay? And we all know, guys, respect is a two-way street. You got to give respect if you want respect. Now, again, I say, I found it funny that this knucklehead here has the audacity to state that these two court officers, the one that was telling them that we know why you're doing this shit. You want to make your money on YouTube, okay? Call this card. Pull this card right out there if you know what I'm talking about, okay? And the officer, the other court officer, the younger one that didn't want to put up with his bullshit, okay? Again, I say, I found that very funny. Let me show you how respectful he was. And again, this is more proof that he's an asshole. He's gotten way out of control and he's pushing the envelope. Let me show you this clip of his last video where he did the same shit to another court. I think, well, I don't know if he was a court officer or a cop, but he was at the DMV and he pushed him around just like he did Phil. Let me show you that clip.
How you doing today, sir?
Do you have an appointment, sir?
No appointment.
Okay, what are you trying to do today?
I'm just taking a look around.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And reference, not inside there, sir.
Why not?
You can come out here in the lobby, but not inside.
This is the lobby
You
too.
can stay. No, that's the office. Come out here. You can stay out here and take all the pictures you want.
No, I can definitely film in here for sure,
Come on
sir.
outside, please.
I can
Please
100%
come on
film in
outside.
here, sir. I'm not filming any confidential information. You go ahead, sir.
Hey guys,
I got the door for you.
you guys have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Have a safe day, sir. Yeah, you can say it's out there.
So I can be here.
Okay.
Excuse me.
No.
I can go anywhere where it's publicly accessible, sir.
How you folks doing? Have a safe day. You got it? All right. Be careful, man.
Excuse me, sir. I just want to get where there's publicly accessible. I'm not trying to give you a hard
By
time.
appointment only, sir. Do you have an appointment?
You just
Do you have an
said on
appointment, sir?
camera that you allow everybody
You
in
have
without an
business?
appointment.
What are you doing?
I do have business.
What are you going to be doing?
Excuse me,
I
sir.
need to be able to send you to the right area, sir.
I'm checking in on my local government.
Okay,
That's what I'm doing.
that's good. You have an appointment, sir?
I don't.
What are you trying to do today,
Everybody
sir?
can get in without an appointment today.
Come on in, sir. What are you trying to do today?
I just want to turn in my, or we spoke, I think.
Turning your plates?
Yeah, just I want to put them in storage.
Yeah, you don't need an appointment for that. You go left of the ropes there, go back to window 8.
Window 8.
Okay? How you doing, ma'am?
Sir.
You're way out there, sir. You don't have an
Sir,
appointment, sir.
I don't need an appointment
Please
to check
don't
in on
push
my
me,
government.
sir.
I'm not touching
Please
you.
don't push me,
I'm
sir.
going around you.
Please don't push me. Ma'am, can I help you?
I have a 3:30 appointment. To just
You're
get my
pushing me,
I'm not
sir.
pushing you.
You push
You're
me.
getting in
that's
my
gonna-
way.
Can we step outside, please?
I'm trying to ask him
I'm
to step
trying to
outside
take some
without an
pictures and
appointment.
video of the facility here,
Okay.
which I have a right to do. So,
You have a right to do.
okay, so what is the issue?
If you don't have an appointment.
All right, so did you guys notice when this officer was standing in the doorway to stop Sean from going in? Did you notice when he opened that second door to let that other person out? That's when Sean took advantage. Did you notice the officer get pushed off balance at least twice? I noticed it. Okay, Sean did the same shit that he did to Phil. He did it to this officer. He pushed himself into that DMV. And he has the nerve to talk about the other 2 court officers in the other video didn't give him no respect. This man who says in all of his intros, we're going into this location to see if they respect our rights. Again, I say, all frauditors, they demand respect, but they themselves don't want to give respect. Now, as we all know, respect is a two-way deal. What he did to this officer here was very disrespectful. You're not happy with him telling you you can't record, then you go to the higher-ups and you discuss it with them. That bullshit about pushing yourself in there? Come on now. That's disrespectful. And why this officer didn't lock him up or get him locked up, because again, you could tell that the officer didn't look like, and I'm not trying to put him down, but didn't look like he was in the best of condition. Okay, but I would have been, the minute Sean would have been pushing, I would have been trying to knock him on his ass. Okay, Sean's a big guy. He's like 350. Okay, he's a big chunky guy. But my God, I would have put one of my legs behind one of his legs and gave him a nice thrust. I would have laid him on his ass. Regardless that we all know he's going to turn around and try to sue. Hey, you try to push yourself into the location when I tell you you can't come in here recording, okay? And let me say, guys, the longer that these officers continue to let these frauditors get away with the shit that they're doing, these frauditors are going to continue doing what they're doing. And specifically, Sean, you're going to notice that he's going to be doing more dramatic shit because he feels invincible. He feels that he has a 414,000 people backing him up with money. Okay? So if you got that kind of shit backing you up, I'll do anything too. Okay? Now, mind you, the original video, yeah, he got kicked out of the parking lot. That's a good thing, okay? But now he goes into that, and I'm not going to show it because, in a sense, he got away with it, okay? He went and paid his fine off in pennies, okay? He paid it in pennies. Now, that's a kick in the ass. He paid his $90 fine in pennies, okay? So, yeah, he got one on them. They bitched about it, but and then, he got away with it. They accepted it. And again, I say, the longer they continue to put up with their shit, anybody's shit. Doesn't have to be a frauditor, anybody. If you live in the United States, you know there are certain rules that you have to live by. And if it ain't written on paper, damn it, use your common sense, okay? But the longer we let people get away and do the shit that they want to do, one day this will be like a third world country. And then we're all assed up. Let me know your thoughts on the video, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.